Tonight, we're tracking Santa Claus as he heads for the inland Northwest and a look at the first indoor BMX track opening in the region this week. Now on Nightside, prime rib, potatoes, and a second chance at life. The local organization holding a dinner tonight that's about more than just the food.
So a dry Christmas Eve night, but we got more rain on the way for Christmas Day itself with much cooler temperatures looming. All of your first alert weather forecast.
You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks for staying up with us on this Christmas Eve. I'm Hunter Bertram. Derek Dice has the night off. Well, many of us are cozy at home. Not everyone has a place to go or a meal to share, but there's hope. The Union Gospel Mission is stepping up to make a difference. They're rolling out a prime rib dinner for 300 guests tonight, and everyone's welcome. Today, Derek Strom caught up with the dedicated team behind this generous effort.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Always amazing to see what our community does for one another. Thank you, Derek. The Salvation Army is looking for last-minute donations for its Red Kettle fundraiser, which is typically its biggest fundraiser of the year. So far, the Salvation Army says it's raised about the same amount as last year, but reports its costs are higher this year. Its food bank served more people than in previous years, especially during the government shutdown, and it hopes to bring in more funding to stock the shelves again.
This year, we are looking to crest just over $350,000 with our Red Kettles. That's 60 locations all over the greater Spokane area, and we are always so grateful for the generosity of our community.
The Salvation Army says more people have stepped up to take part in its Angel Tree program to help give children toys and clothes this holiday. If you would like to donate, you can still make a contribution online at MakingSpokaneBetter.org. And Christmas is just a few hours away, so let's check in on the NORAD Santa Tracker and see where he's currently right now. He's flying over the Northwest Territories in Canada. Over 7 billion presents have been delivered so far. Jason, I mean, come on, Santa, all those presents, 7 billion over Canada.
Pretty good.
Getting close to us. We're in tonight for Chris Crocker. What's in our forecast?
Yeah, Santa's not gonna see too much restrictions or resistance coming here. It's looking pretty nice outside.
I like to hear that.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Happy Christmas Eve. My goodness, we are, and again, scattered showers for your Christmas day. All of your full forecast that's coming up.
Thank you very much, Jason. Spokane County's Swiftwater Rescue Team has been deployed to King County to help with ongoing flood rescue efforts. The Swiftwater Strike Team is composed of firefighters from the Spokane Valley Fire Department and the City of Spokane Fire Department. The team is made up of 3 members from each department. SVFD says the team is still staged in Auburn, where multiple areas are still under close watch due to concerns of a potential levee failure. In Pennsylvania, a devastating explosion at a nursing home has killed 2 people, and at least 20 people are injured. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the latest.
Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
The Department of Justice says today it's reviewing more than 1 million documents from the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. The agency says it needs several more weeks to release its complete files. The DOJ defends President Trump, who was mentioned by name in recently released documents. The agency calls some claims against Trump, quote, untrue and sensationalist, but doesn't specify which ones. One document shows a federal prosecutor saying Trump traveled on Epstein's private jet 8 times in the mid-1990s.
We are just tired of asking for just one simple thing. It is really simple. It's stop protecting these powerful men and protect the survivors.
Newly released documents reveal a 2001 police report showing authorities investigated Epstein's co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, for allegedly recruiting college students. The report says at least 2 girls complained Epstein touched them inappropriately. Emails from 2001 show someone identified as A, believed to be Prince Andrew, asking Maxwell if she had found, quote, new inappropriate friends, end quote. Virginia Giuffre claims Epstein traveled trafficked her for sex with Andrew 3 times in 2001 when she was a teenager. Andrew denies the allegations and has not been charged with any crimes. A Spokane man is accused of intentionally starting a fire to burn down his apartment this week. It happened Monday afternoon on the 4100 block of West Rowan Avenue in Spokane. That's near the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex. 40-year-old Anthony Rungo went before a judge for the first time this afternoon. Investigators believe Rungo put a pot of oil on the stove to heat it, then left his apartment with a bag of belongings. Police say he told a neighbor the day before the fire that he had a death wish. Detectives say they spotted him outside watching the fire once it caught. It led to evacuations in the 24-unit complex. Police say Rungo lied about living there when questioned. He was charged with first-degree arson and lying to officers. Still to come, we're tracking the big man in red, Santa. We'll let you know how close he is to the inland Northwest. Plus, Jason Valentine returns with our full First Alert forecast. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Nightside. Let's check back in on the NORAD Santa tracker to see where Santa and his reindeer are on the road. Looks like they are in British Columbia, our friends to the northwest.
Heading to Vancouver.
Hey, it's a good place to visit, especially from here. Not a far drive.
It is gorgeous.
But, you know, that's gorgeous. But what else is gorgeous?
Yes.
It's Wildlife Wednesday.
It's Wildlife Wednesday.
One of the best days of the week.
We don't take time off or...
No.
Let's take a look. Beautiful. Cherry
Thanks,
Gwynn.
Jason.
Look at that ball.
Jason, thank you. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown has ordered all flags will be lowered to half-staff this weekend at all city facilities. It's in honor and in remembrance of Washington State Patrol Trooper Tara Marissa Guting. Guting was killed in the line of duty last week while investigating a crash in Tacoma. The flags will be lowered on Friday, December 26th, and remain lowered through next Monday. Mayor Brown encourages anyone with a flag outside their home or business to do the same. Up next, new laws in Washington take effect in January. We'll explain the pay bump minimum wage workers are getting and why gold and silver are getting more expensive. Welcome back. Spokane Transit Authority says the new year will bring some service changes to certain bus routes. Starting on January 18th, there will be adjusted routes in place for 9 bus lines. A part of these adjustments include changes in the morning and afternoon schedules. For the full list of routes affected, you can find them inside this story on our website at kxly.com. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson is backing a millionaire's tax on high earners, a move he says could bring in billions for the state.
We are facing an affordability crisis. It is time to change our state's outdated, upside-down tax system to serve the needs of Washingtonians today.
The proposal is separate from Ferguson's supplemental budget plan he unveiled this week because it would take several years for the revenue to come in. He says the tax could be implemented through a constitutional amendment, but he ruled out a statewide payroll tax for large companies.
I want to be clear that I will not support income tax for people who make less than $1 million in a year.
Ferguson said he would like to use that money to support families and small businesses. That includes boosting the state's working family tax credit. Ferguson also noted that he expects the plan to face legal challenges. Eastern Washington Representative Michael Baumgartner reacting to the governor's plan. In a post on X, not only is Bob Ferguson income a terrible idea. He is proposing it after already giving you the largest tax increase necessary in history, and while currently spending $100 million of your tax dollars on health care for illegal immigrants. The proposal would need approval from state lawmakers. The next legislative session begins January 12th. The new year is right around the corner, and with it comes some new laws you need to know about. First up, minimum wage workers in Washington will see a pay bump. Starting on the 1st, minimum wage will rise to $17.13 an hour. That's up from $16.66 an hour. The State Department of Labor and Industry says the bump reflects annual adjustments tied to inflation and state law departments. Now, this increase also changes the rules for who qualifies for overtime pay. Because the minimum wage will be higher, some salary salaried workers will need to earn more money before they can be exempt from getting paid overtime. In short, some who didn't qualify for overtime before may now be eligible. Up next, buying gold or silver or precious metals in Washington, it's about to get a whole lot more expensive. Starting January 1st, gold, silver, and precious coins will be subject to a 10% tax. Currently, they are exempt from state sales tax, but will now be treated like any other retail product, like clothing or electronics.
Kind of a niche little industry that was kind of mostly left alone. I don't think that they fully understood the ramifications of adding sales tax and a B&O tax to our business.
Curious about how much cash this new tax could bring in for the state and why some shop owners are worried. Watch Mary Sheridan's full report right now on KXLY.com. Well, Spokane area's first ever indoor BMX racetrack is just about ready for a season of winter racing. Located on Spotted Road near the intersection with Andrus Road, the facility will open up a whole new season of racing. Our Brian Neal has the story.
4 News Now. We're living in incredibly stressful times, and family dynamics are not immune to that.
Next on Nightside, holiday gatherings with family can be fun, but can also cause issues. We'll tell you the tips to avoiding holiday drama after the break. Almost half an hour away from Christmas Day, so let's check in on the Santa tracker and see if he's made any progress heading towards the inland northwest. Right now, latest reports, he's just over Farmington, New Mexico, where our very own Mia Green is from. We wanted to also get a little history on the tracker.
This is where we'll have thousands of volunteers come in and answer phone calls from around the world to let folks know where Santa is as he makes his journey.
That's great. This year marks the 70th year of NORAD, or the North American Aerospace Defense Command, tracking Santa as he delivers presents around the world. And surprisingly, it all takes place at Hangar 123 at Peterson Space Force Base in Colorado Springs. Their volunteers, made up of military and community members, work as call takers, answering questions like, where's Santa and his journey, and what does Rudolph the reindeer look like and eat? NORAD says setting up their Santa Tracking Operations Center is a year-long effort, and the real magic is in the connections they get to make. And it's that time of year for families to get together, and while it can be fun and joyous, it can also be nerve-wracking. On how to avoid holiday drama this year, CNN's Mandy Gaither has the tips. And welcome back. Earlier today, we reached out to you on our Facebook page to share your Christmas traditions. Tammy News told us she hosts a fondue party with family gathered from all over.
I love it. And Terry Fossum celebrates with a pizza party complete with snacks and presents. One of my traditions I'm going to fulfill here in a few minutes. I'm going to see an old buddy, and we're going to play cribbage. How about you?
That sounds amazing. I usually gather with my family. We do hors d'oeuvres. One of those, Minnesota sushi. Okay. We've got a picture for you. Shocks a lot of people when I show them here. I'm from Minnesota. No surprise. But it's pickles with cream cheese, wrapped in ham, salami, some type of thing. It kind of scares people. But
well, the name Minnesota sushi scares people because they think Minnesota and something raw.
And something,
right?
Jason, oh, my gosh. All right, Jason, what's the forecast look like?
Let's take a look. We have shower activity off and on. It's going to be a semi-wet Christmas for you. Their highs are going to be in the mid-40s. Get ready for maybe a little snow Friday night. Snow in the mountains, definitively.
Well, Merry Christmas to you and from everyone here. Take care.